Welcome to the series on a real-world project with WordPress and BuddyPress. This is the first of two videos where I explain the backend setup and code behind of this middle column or the body of the profile page. So let's get started. Welcome back to the members profile. On the last video, we covered this area right here, the side column, and how these data fields are coming from BuddyPress custom profile fields and how we are displaying them. For the next few videos, I'll be covering this middle section, how all these are coded out. Specifically on this one, I will focus on this area right here. This is specifically coming from BuddyPress, and let's go quickly look at how this is being generated. Like always, let's first check which template this part is coming from, which is index type athlete. So let's go there. Okay, we're back at the code, and here it is, index type athlete. And in case you're joining for the first time, let's go look at where the location is. This is the themes folder, theme name, and then BuddyPress, members, single, and right here index type athlete. And in the last video, this is the part we talked about, the left info box section, which is this block right here. So in this one, we're going to go ahead and minimize this and go to the next block, which is center column starts here. This is the center column at the very beginning. Here I am checking for the user, whether he's logged in or not, and this user ID I collected from the BuddyPress, and this is the current user. So we're making sure that the current user is the specific BuddyPress user, so that this specific item shows up only for that specific person. So basically what this function does is this brings in the edit menu, including the default BuddyPress template parts, where they showed this stuff on their own way, but I had nothing to do with that because I needed to customize everything my own way. So what I had to do is just keep this part, and with CSS make the other stuff vanish. The default BuddyPress stuff vanished completely, but only this one I had to keep for our purposes. So, and then went ahead and create the rest of it, right? And before I go any farther down, let me first go over the functionality of this part. Basically, last time we saw how we bring in all these custom fields, right? So let's go back to the WordPress backend to understand better. So here we went our athlete, Brent Summers, and extended profile. And in the extended profile, we found all these custom fields, right? And to create them, we had to go under user and profile fields. And this is where all the fields are set up and their permissions are set, right? That being said, this was not the main purpose of these fields. The main purpose of these fields are to display them right here when you click on edit. This is all those tabs you saw. This is where they actually show up when the user or member is logged in. BuddyPress gives them a way to add or edit their own information. For example, all this stuff here, we saw that before, that members bio section had all this info, right? So if I click on members bio, here we find all the information: gender, date of birth, country, height, weight, all that. And this is where they show up. So this is the main purpose of having those custom fields and controlling them by user roles. As we saw here under members bio, all these items are here, but look, this is for athlete, coaches, and subscriber. but height and weight is for athlete and subscribers. So when I'm opening this up here, if this is a coach's profile, then its height and weight will not show up. So that's pretty much how all these items are laid out. And one extra thing, a little bit more complicated thing I have to show is that when I click on sports stat, you will see that there are some common ones, like these items, they will show for all sports, but there are some that are like handicapped, national ranking, swing hand, etc. These are related to golf only. So these stuff, let's say if Brent Summer was a football player, he would have a different set of fields showing up here. So that became a little bit more complicated to pull off, and I had to use a plugin for that. And this is the plugin I'm talking about, Conditional Profile Fields for BuddyPress. So with this one, I actually got some condition to apply when I show my fields in the front end. So let's go back to where they are. Since I'm talking about sports stats here, this sports stats block right here, right? This is where the specific custom fields are showing up, which are attached to certain specific sports. So let's go see. So right here, these are common fields. Every athlete, no matter what sports they are from, they would have these. But then, as you can see, I have separate fields for football, I have soccer, I have rowing, so on and so forth. I am dealing with about 19 sporting events here. And the one our member here, Brent Summer, is using is golf. So this is where I am setting them up. And what that plugin does is, let's say if I go to edit, this gives me this block right here, the visibility conditions. And when I declare all my choices here, like this should be about golf handicaps, right? So these are their numbers that was given to me by client. And once I created this one, this shows up as a drop-down box. I had to choose golf right here. And I could do that because of that plugin. And because of that, in the front end, since Brent Summer is a golf player, he has golf related fields right here: swing hand, national ranking, WAGR, handicap, etc. See, this is the drop down data you saw. Also, I did a little bit of UI thing here, because see, if this is open all the way, it's hard to see what's going on in the underneath. I mean, you have to scroll too much. So I gave it a button here, so that if you click on it, it makes the edit stuff disappear, so you quickly get back to seeing what you have here. And then if you want to go back to it, click on it, you get to see the edit window again. So that's about it for this section, and in the next video we will see how these blocks were done. See you there. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. This will help me bring more free contents like this to you every week. Thanks again.